everybody. It is Self-Care Sunday. Hello, welcome to the program on Self-Care Sunday. Kitty is in first. Welcome, welcome. How are you this Self-Care Sunday, Kitty? Are you having a great day? It is good to have you here. It is good to be here on Self-Care Sunday as we start week 35 or 36, depending on your count. Week 35 or 36 is what we're kicking off here on Self-Care Sunday. Barb in Pittsburgh, who's getting beat by the Cowboys the last time I had it on. I don't know if it's still the case. It was a good game no matter what, but it was a good game. Good to have you with us, Barb. Hey, Pat and the Peanut Gallery are in the house. What is everybody grateful for tonight? Tell me what you are grateful for this Self-Care Sunday. Great to have you all here. Grateful for a day. The Steelers won. Roethlisberger came back. He faked that knee injury. That's awesome. Well, we're a Cowboy, Bronco, Patriots, sort of Tampa Bay now house. Is kind of the way we roll. That's good. That was a good game. I mean, quite honestly, Barb, that was a great game. It's funny, Cassandra's uncle, growing up in Dallas, is a Dallas fan, and his wife grew up in Pittsburgh, a Pittsburgh fan. They actually lived there, just moved there during all this, and to Pittsburgh. But so they have the whole Pittsburgh Dallas thing, and a lot of times they go to that game in person when they're able to. 3 hours raking leaves, a day at home. Jennifer in the Category 1 hurricane. Adele and Dazzle are here. Nebraska Angie, or on the road Angie might be the better term. I'm not even sure where you are right now, Angie. Great to have you here. Great to have you all here tonight. Glad you had the time in the yard. I know Julie Jankowitz is here. I so owe Julie Jankowitz a call. Hugs, Julie. Just know that I'm virtually hugging you, and we'll talk soon. Glad you had time in the yard. I actually did a little bit of a tiny bit, a lot for me, yard work today. We have 3 relatively low gutters that my landscapers don't get. And, 2 of them you can just walk up to and just clear. And they fill up, even though they've got leaf guards and stuff, just because of the way everything comes down. And then one of them is above our corner front door, and that one you can actually climb up the back side of the roof and get to. And I got part of that, and then I decided that really wasn't that smart, Neil being on a roof, even a relatively low one. So then Neil got on a ladder, which was slightly smarter than Neil being on a roof, but still not a good place for Neil to be. And I did that really quick and was done with that. But the landscapers took care of everything else, but but that still probably, even though that wasn't long, that probably still took me a couple hours longer than it should have. But it's done, and we're good for another few years on that. But we've had actually a very relaxing Self-Care Sunday overall. So I did that. The only work I've done today is I sent in payroll because my payroll guy was working today and called me on it. And I figured out why we were getting all these customer questions about why my order says delivered when it wasn't. And it was just like, we were getting all of these, and I was like, oh my, we couldn't have screwed up and shipped that many things. We've put the wrong label on the wrong package, reversed 2 before, But I mean, we were just getting tons of messages today, and it's like, what the heck is going on? And I realized that the post office, all the packages we shipped yesterday, and we had a ton of packages we shipped yesterday, the post office, when they picked them up, scanned them all as delivered instead of picked up. So that was the extent of the actual work that I did today. We sat outside and had bagels and read the paper this morning for a few hours and chilled, had some bagels and fruit and stuff. I went out and got fresh bagels. And we have kind of chilled this afternoon. I mean, Cassandra and I did go to the grocery store together. Romantic date night at the grocery store, which was exciting. The grocery store had true excitement where we're out at the checkout. Our stuff is on the belt, and everybody runs to the window, okay? There was a car on fire. Then our cashier leaves the building. Our stuff's on the belt. It leaves the building. I'm like, is the fire right in front of the building? The fire was across the street at another business. The police were already there. The cashier left. Eventually, we got another one. Oh, what else are you guys saying? Hang on a second. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I've just been blabbing here. You are in the Poconos. Awesome, Angie. Yes, Adele, condo living and having people that do it. I mean, we've always had people. I learned young on that I was not made out for landscaping and other things. It is not my cup of tea. I find no joy in it. 43rd anniversary appreciation sale. That's awesome, Pat. Congratulations. I mean, you're only 29, so having your 43rd business anniversary, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so sorry about that you had to be with Dick. We got to catch up, Pat. I'm worried about you and Dick. We need to catch up. I picked up the best Kringle. What's a Kringle? Am I being stupid? What's a Kringle? That sounds like something good to eat. Reward for taking your stepson driving, and congratulations, Julie, on Charlie's 24th. Rose had a lazy day. Made fried catfish. Ooh, that sounds good. I like fried catfish. And 3 potato salad for dinner. Comfort food. No, it wasn't the cashier's car. It was a car. There's a car wash across the street from the market. And it was on fire over there at the car wash. Unclear whether the car had been washed before it caught fire or after. But either way, it got hosed down. But the police were there. I mean, when everybody's watching, the police are already there. The fire trucks, I mean, but it was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, but then tonight at dinner, we're talking about it at dinner, and Zeke's like, and we're telling all these stories of car fires that we've seen over the years or been a part of, and now we've made Zeke nervous about why there's so many car fires. A Kringle is a Danish pastry. They're delish. Okay, I believe you. I'm all for Danish pastries. I'm all for pastries. Let's put it that way. Pastries are good. Although we went, I'm like, do you want donuts today or bagels? And we voted for bagels. So bagels we went, and the stores were busy today. So I mean, it was all in all a good day. We weren't there. Did I get texted with anything today? Oh, I got texted tonight. The only store thing we've gotten texted with is the person that's opening tonight that was there today left their key at the store, so they don't have their key to open. But that's not a big deal. Okay, Adele, at least I wasn't the only one that didn't know. So, and at least Julie didn't tell us that it was a Jewish pastry that we didn't know about. Because 3 Jews walked into a Facebook Live, and they had a Kringle. Three Jews walked into a Facebook Live, and and one of them had a Kringle, and there goes the joke. But hey, don't ask me to be a Jewish comedian. What?
Wouldn't it be a Kringle?
Excuse me. Three Jews walked into a Facebook Live, and they had a Kringle. Kringle. I need to more emphasize the K. Whoa, has this gone off the rails tonight, and we're not even gotten to the Good Morning, Good Night book. We have gone so far off the rails. Maybe it's because I started the martini during Sibling Sunday. I said, well, gee, it's been a really long time since I had a martini. A martini sounded like a really good idea. Maybe it's the martini and I had an ache, so I took some pills too. But hey, we are getting back on the rails because we are at the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Every night. It keeps us on the rails. And tonight, our Good Morning, Good Night book, we are on, if you're following along, we are on page 154. 154. See, Adele appreciated that Jewish humor. So did Julie. Okay. And good morning. Don't wait on anyone to make your favorite thing, even if it's a Kringle. Make your own favorite thing. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, that is our good morning tonight. Quite appropriate. Great to have you all here on Self-Care Sunday. Did you check out the recipe of the week? You know I'm not a banana guy. It's my father's fault. We've covered that before. I won't bore you with it, but it's my father's fault. Usually it's the mother's fault, but in this case it's my father's fault. But we had Dave's banana bread. Dave, Kitty's husband, Dave. This is his family banana bread recipe. But better than that, this is from Sarah, their daughter's third grade class cookbook. And I loved this. If you have not printed this, it's at narts.org/resalestrong, REC, for the Resale Strong cookbook. narts.org/resalestrong, REC is where you can find this and all the recipes that we have had for the last 35, 36 weeks, depending on how you're counting. Hey, Kath, great to have you with us. I mean, but I love the story with this recipe. I mean, Sarah's now a married lawyer in St. Louis, right? Or at least Missouri, I think. I screw that kind of stuff up, those kind of details. But this recipe, okay, all the love that went into this recipe, I can't get enough of. I mean, and it's kind of funny. When I first got this from Kitty, I saw, Kitty sent me a recipe, great. I downloaded it. I set it up to go live on the Narts Facebook group. And I was so excited about that, and then I almost moved on, and Kitty explained the recipe. Okay, I mean, I was just excited, this is, I think, Kitty's first one sending to us for the Resale Strong cookbook, and I was just so excited to have that there. And then I actually, as I was about to file her email, because I save everything, it's the accountant in me, it's the accounting side of me. And I read this about her husband, Dave, and who himself was a remarkable man, and that this was from Sarah's third grade class cookbook. And as Kitty mentioned in it, there's plenty of schmutz on the page, and that's the side of a great recipe. That is always the side of a great recipe. And I love that she quoted me on that. So, Kitty, thank you so much for sharing not only the recipe, but the whole story. The whole story. So many people are cooking at home, but so many people, but it's more than that, Rose. People are looking for the connection. People are looking for why this recipe is important to you. Okay? And so even you take this recipe, okay, which on the surface, banana bread, my father, okay, he made me anti-banana. Down with the bananas! Okay? But now I feel a completely better connection to Kitty and Sarah and Dave and the schmutz on the page of the years of making this banana bread. I mean, I love this. And I love that she shared it with our group. Okay, shared this with our community. And that tugs at the heart. That brings us together. Okay? Because you can post a recipe from anywhere. You can grab recipes from anywhere. You can talk about them. But a recipe with schmutz, a recipe that talks to the heart, that's what builds connection. That's what the Resale Strong Cookbook has done this entire time. I mean, we have been at this, people, and there is no end in sight, okay? We have a new president. There is no end in sight, okay, of when, quote-unquote, normal will be. And that's real important, okay? It's real important to know that there is no end, that when the calendar flips 2021, it won't magically be normal. When we get a new president in office, it won't magically make the virus spritz, spritz, spritz. Oh, the virus is gone. That's not going to happen. Okay, so you need to make sure your expectations are set long and wide. Okay, if you're thinking of the virus as a 10-year thing, that we're going to be dealing with this for 10 years, and I know some people are like, oh my God, you just said 10 years, we're dealing with this in 10 years. And I know where you're at with that when I say something like that. But I said that because won't it be great if we're not dealing with it in 5 years? Or we're not dealing with it in 2 years, or whatever. I just don't want you to have a magical date like the calendar is going to flip next year and it's going to be gone. Or that we're going to have a new president and it's going to be gone. Because it's not. There's no magic. We can't get David Copperfield here and go, abracadabra, virus, expectorant, go away. Ta-da! That isn't going to happen. But it is going to get better. There are positive signs. Okay? There are positive things happening in the universe. Okay? And testing is a big part of that. But it's not the end all. Okay? Testing's a huge part of it. A lot of the colleges that have gotten this right are doing extensive regular testing. Northeastern University, which is huge in Boston, okay, huge school, I forget what their total enrollment is, that's been doing in-person classes and having everybody there, has been doing regular testing. I want to say students are tested twice a week, faculty once a week or once every other week, whatever it is. Their infection rate on campus is 0.007%. 0.007. And they're a large university. In Massachusetts, in the state of Massachusetts right now, in public schools that are doing some form of in-person, okay, some portion of in-person student learning, there are 450,000 students that are doing some form of in-person learning, whether it's full-time in-person, whether it's hybrid in-person and online. 450,000 students in the state of Massachusetts, and their infection rate is currently, well, they don't have it as a percentage. There's been 252 infections. So there are ways to mitigate it through testing and through that, but it is making these steps and moving us forward that will get us there. Okay, So let's skip to your homework. Who's been giving your homework any thought? My homework assignment to you guys this weekend. Okay, my homework assignment to you this weekend was to ask you, okay, what if women design cities? All the cities known to people, have been designed by men. Okay, but what would the world be like if women designed cities? That was my question to you this weekend. That's what I've been asking since Friday. Now I'd love to hear some answers. Who's got any answers to that? You liked the question. Okay, what if women designed cities? Okay, what would they be like? Okay, you know, a man designs cities and you end out with your business district and your financial district and your living district and you got this and that and everything's all over there. What would be different if women designed cities? Anybody got an answer for me? How would things be different? And this is an important question. It's not a political question. It's a it is to an extent philosophical, but I wanted to get you thinking. Thought is so important. Oh, my phone died. I've been playing too much music today. They'd be more attractive and colorful. Okay, that's a good start, Rose. That's a good start. That's a good start. I'm going to push that in a second. I want to see what other kind of responses I get. But I'm going to push that. I'm going to push that envelope. There would be more public restrooms. I like that. I like that. Okay, I like that. What else would there be? If women designed cities. If women design cities, keeping in mind that men, and this isn't anything against them, it's just the reality of how things have evolved. If men, if women design cities, I'm not down with the man. Okay, but I am throwing this out there. You know, if we gave an island to women and said, design this island and design these cities that are going to be on this planet. If we gave, if we bulldozed New York City and said, redesign it, ladies, what would it look like? What would it be like if it were designed by women? There'd be shops together? All the shops would be together. So they could get all their errands done at once, is what my peanut gallery says. More child-friendly is what Lori says. I'm liking some of these answers. More public restrooms, attractive and colorful, and more child-friendly. A what? I need one to. I don't need. I can read. I can stretch it. I just need to plug my. Are you giving me one to? Here you go. Thank you. No problem. There's stretchers. Resale Island. Thank you. Yes, if you designed Resale Island, what would it look like? That's a good comment, Kitty. And that's almost where I'm going with this. Let me find what got me started on this thing. Hang on a second. You keep on giving answers while I find my inspiration. More pool boys. There would be more pool boys. We need to go back to West Palm for that. There were lots of pool boys in West Palm when Narts was in West Palm. Ah. Well, I'm going to challenge you Okay, and partly because I have the answer, there would be instructions everywhere. I love it, Pat. Instructions everywhere. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, what you're really saying, what you're ultimately saying, okay, we're more nurturing and comforting. Boom. Attractive and colorful. Okay, more restrooms. Child friendly. Instructions everywhere. Nurturing and comforting. What you're ultimately talking about, okay, is rather than put business first, okay, rather than put the financial district first, rather than put the business district first, you would put the community first. Community first. Okay? Okay, by putting instructions everywhere, by making it more nurturing and comforting, by making it more colorful, by making restrooms available, by making it child-friendly, you would put community first. And what I challenge is, or what I am giving you as the end all of this thought process, okay, bringing this together, bringing this full circle, bringing this idea is, what if women design cities? Is women are designing businesses around their community. This industry, okay, is predominantly women designing businesses around their community. You all, right now, in the middle of a pandemic, have a business that is designed around your community, which is exactly what would happen, okay, if women had designed cities. You are doing for your community. And your part as a woman leader in this industry, in this business that you have created out of nothing, okay, out of something that created out of nothing. You have built a business of community, okay, where people go because they feel part of your community, where they feel safe, where they feel at home, where they see colorful, where there are restrooms available, where they can feel safe bringing their children, where they feel comfort. You have built a community that models what a city would look like if it were designed by women. You have done that. You have done that. And I'm proud of you for doing that. You are amazing. You are absolutely amazing. Okay, because you have developed that, okay? There are people trying to figure out what a city would be like that were designed by women because all these cities are designed by men. And you set that example each and every day. And some of you are looking at, you're like, how much has Neil had to drink tonight? And I've really only had that much. I really haven't had much of anything. Okay? But I read this article, that my inspiration for this topic this weekend, okay, my inspiration was this article in the Financial Times that talked about that. Was talking about what a city designed by women would look like. Okay? And I read this article. in the Financial Times. Okay? And how little of the world there is for female designers in things of all nature. And I said, look at this industry. Look at this industry that I'm a part of, that I am just one mere little cog in. I am like nothing in this whole industry. I am just such a small part. Okay? I am one of the few men in this industry, okay, that is dominated. And I am here because of a woman that designed this. Okay? I am not here because Neil had this great idea. I am here because of a woman that made this possible. Okay? I am here because of that. Okay? I am here for you because that woman makes it possible for my time to be here. Kicks me in the butt and says it's more 8 than ish. Okay? Or kicks me really hard in the butt because you're more ish than 8. Okay? But you have designed this. You have designed this around community. You have designed the business of what cities should be like, of what that should be, because it's about your community. It's not about the business district. It's not about the financial district first. And as much as I sit here and help you calculate things and do things, putting community first is where your heart is. It ultimately leads to where the dollars are, but it is how you design a better city. It is how we design a better city. It's how we design a better country. It's how we design a better world. Put community first. And the world can learn a lot by that lesson. Put community first. Not the business district, not the financial district, okay? And as much as I've always talked about the numbers, you guys know me as the numbers guy, okay? Putting that first leads to all the other rewards, okay? Putting all the things you talked about, even the pool boys, okay, as part of your community first approach, leads to a better everything else. Takes us to a better place. Ellen! Hugs! Miss you bunches. I didn't know Dutch's daughter needed a new cookware. I saw you got them an air fryer. I miss you. I got to talk to you. But that is what you ladies have done. You have redesigned cities with your store. You have redesigned it because you've made it about the community. And for that, you are amazing. And hopefully I made that connection and that thing. The article in the Financial Times is amazing because it makes you think, okay? And the seat at the table that where women are and where they should be and how they bring community first. Okay? Tamika's here too. Awesome, Tamika. Great to have you here. That is how we roll, people. That is how you roll, and that is how you have redesigned cities through your store. Okay? Because your store is all about community. Oh, that is, and I hope you got the connection with that I feel in here. That is, you can find that article. I'll post the article in the Financial Times. I'll post it. I'll post the article from the Financial Times. I have it. I will post it tomorrow so that you can have it too, because that was my inspiration here. That was my inspiration, reading that article. You know, I always learn something when I read. I always relate everything to business somehow. When I saw that, I'm like, duh, that's what our stores are all about. I mean, my store was designed by a woman. It wasn't designed by me. I'm the guy you see. Okay, I'm the loudest guy in the room. Okay, but, you know, this is pretty amazing, so, where we're at. So, it is exciting, and that is pretty cool. So, I had to share that. That's a great way to start week 35, 36, depending on how you're counting. At some point I'm going to have to move to a one count system because remembering two numbers is hard sometimes for the number guy. But week 35, 36, and as Jerry has told us, I can't take credit for this. It's a great week to have a great week. I guess it's a good week to have a good week. It's a good week to have a good week. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good week to have a good week. And regardless of where you are, and I'm not getting political here, regardless of where you are in the political spectrum, the fact that the election is over, the fact that there is a result, is kind of like the release on a pressure valve. Okay, there's been the pressure has been reduced, and people are generally feeling positive and better. Okay, and that's regardless of where you are in the political spectrum. And I know there are people that voted for Biden, from that voted for Trump, and even people that voted for Kanye. Okay, but from a shopper perspective, of getting people in your store perspective, of getting people to spend money with you perspective, the fact that it is over is a good thing for everybody. And I think it will be a good week to have a good week. This week is going to be a very good week to have a good week, and I think you're going to feel it. And you're going to feel some positive energy out there, and I'm excited about that for all of us. Because it's a good week to have a good week. This video and everything I talk about here, including the recipe of the week, goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Noon! How Adele and Cassandra make it all happen, I can't explain, but they make me look good. It all gets over there, narts.org/resalestrong. You have the recipe of the week there. The link is right there on that page, but you can also go right to narts.org/resalestrong /REC. REC takes you right to the cookbook. All 35, 36 weeks of it is all right there. You can bake your hearts away. But this week's recipe was super special. From Dave and Sarah's third grade cookbook. That just community. It gets you schmutz on the page. It almost wants to make a non-banana lover make banana bread. Other people in my house would eat it. Okay. That's all there. This video is there. The links to all the videos are there in order because you can't always watch us live, and that's okay. The way you people watch the replays is just unbelievably, amazingly humbling, and I appreciate it. That's why I still do it. They're all there, and the link to the YouTube page, You're Not Alone Running This Store, is right there, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when a new one drops. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish, every night live in the Narts private Facebook group. But if you have a question in between, you and anybody you know can just email me. Anybody, I don't care. The bagel shop, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, whoever they are, just have them email me. Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. That's where you find me. We start this program every night. Yes, we are, Rose. We are all in this together. Yeah, not Kanye, Tamika. I'm with you there. I'll stretch with my political views there and agree with you, not Kanye. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. Our friend Lin-Manuel Miranda, who we're only 6 degrees of separation from. 6 degrees. Maybe we'll get him on the program one night. Maybe we'll get a cameo. Who knows? Stranger things have happened in 2020, that's for sure. Tonight, if you're following along in the book, we are on page 154. Good morning. Don't wait on anyone to make your favorite thing, like Dave's banana bread. Make your own favorite thing. Go! Our good night tonight is good night. Don't let anyone set parameters on your dreams. They're your dreams. Your dreams are yours and yours alone. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you already know what a city designed by women would look like. You designed it. Look inside your store. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good wedding, a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again, maybe even an inauguration. We will party again. I can promise you that. We will party in person. And I will be there with you when we can. But until then, know that you and you, but most especially you, yes, I'm pointing at you tonight, yes I am, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.